Hello and welcome back to Exothermic Plays Games. I'm Exothermic and the date today is Saturday, June 1st, 2024. I've been doing a countdown of my favorite video games of all time through each day of the year, and coming in at number 214 is Crazy Taxi.
I'm the best. You're so fast.
Crazy Taxi was originally released as an arcade game in 1999, but the version I'm recording here is the 2002 console port. It was put on multiple consoles, but this one is the GameCube. The console ports do lack the actual use of a steering wheel, but have some extra content and options to make up for it, giving you a lot more replayability than the arcade version. You're a taxi driver operating the most incredible, indestructible motor vehicle ever made. Pick up the most impatient people you're going to meet in your entire life, and get them where they want to go. To get there in time, you'll need to drive extremely recklessly and without any regard for safety. Don't worry if you crash into anything, since you and your car will suffer no harm. Go from customer to customer and rack up extra tips by weaving through traffic. Each time you almost hit a car, but don't, your fare for the trip increases. Your total fares collected indicate your overall score. Navigate the city as you drop them off from landmark to landmark. While the city isn't exactly enormous, it does have quite a few landmarks in different sections that are all unique in their construction, from trolleys to bridges that you are encouraged to jump or even just go underwater, to a mall shopping district, a highway, and a nice grassy park in the middle of it all. Learning the layout of the city and which customers want to go where can be a big help in maximizing your score at the end. There's a few different game modes. First, you have Arcade versus Original, which is actually different maps in their precise layout, but they do share a lot of structural similarities to what I described above. Original is, ironically, the newer of the two, and is definitely the larger of the two maps, with more sprawling streetways compared to the arcade map. If you want to really learn a map, probably start with Arcade, but if you want to just roll with the punches, Original is much better. After picking your map, you can just try to get as much done as you can in a fixed time limit, or you can play by the arcade rules. In arcade rules, you start with a small amount of time on the clock, but every time you pick up a new customer, some time gets added back on. In theory, you can go indefinitely, but that's a lot harder said than done. Outside of the traditional modes, there's a handful of minigames that reward use of some of the finer controls, like you get small speed boosts from hitting the gas right after switching out of reverse. The minigames aren't really enough to push much replayability, but they're good for practicing some of the more nuanced parts of the game, and are just a little bit of added fun you can do. The driving and gameplay is irrefutably fun, but the glue that holds it together is the iconic soundtrack. The driver aesthetics and music are a perfect match, and half the music is made by The Offspring at the peak of their popularity. There's just something remarkable about driving into oncoming traffic while blasting music by the same guys that wrote The Kids Aren't Alright.
Wow, you're a great driver.
I get you there in no time.
Start driving, honey.
Okay, here we go.
Join me tomorrow as I talk about the 213th game on my list, where I punch trees, but like differently than the other game I already covered where I punch trees.